Tears of the Kingdom does something I've always wanted to see in a video game. 3 maps stacked on top of each other. You see, Tears of the Kingdom is kinda like if Assassin's Creed 2 let you climb from Florence into Italy. Or if Phantom Pain would let you dive from Afghanistan into Africa. I don't think this analogy really works with games that use real-life places. Imagine if in Mario Odyssey you can drop from the Wooded Kingdom down into New Donk City. See, that's pretty cool, right? That's basically what Tears of the Kingdom is. And it's all seamless. It's just like that elevator in Dark Souls 2 that takes you from the Earthen Peak into the sky into Iron Keep. No, wait, actually no, don't use that example. Cut that from the script. A layered world is really the best way I can describe it. A game world that places just as much importance in going up and down as it does in just regular running around. My point is the game is one of the few open worlds I've seen that actually maximizes the player space in all aspects by using verticality to expand its depth of play. Just like in Breath of the Wild, the game accepts and expects the player to explore the world and play through the story content in literally and metaphorically any direction they want. But unlike Breath of the Wild, now there's another access added to the exploration. The Legend of Zelda Tears for Fears has you going left, right, forward, back, diagonal, up, down, underground, all around, on the ground, every angle, bricka-bracka, flacka-stacka,
Stacka-tooton, rerun, free-for-all, big ball.
Once you finish Tutorial Island and receive all the abilities you need to break Geneva Conventions with Koroks, you are free to play the game however you want, wherever you want, and whenever you want. The Sky Islands tend to be a bit more puzzle-focused compared to the other 2 maps. The act of just going from island to island is kind of a puzzle within itself. The ground has all the main Zelda shenanigans you know and love and offers the bulk of the game's overall content. And the depths is basically Tomb of the Giants from Dark Souls with AC-130s shooting at you. What makes the game truly exceptional is how connected all 3 vastly different maps are. Towers on the ground can launch you into the sky, while sinkholes and chasms will send you below. The gear you find on the surface and underground will help you navigate and figure out how to go from island to island in the sky, but you don't necessarily need to use that gear since the sky relies on Zonai technology and gives you all the Zonai tech you need to get around. But that means all the Zonai stuff and all the things the sky teaches you can be used to explore the ground and underground. But the only way to upgrade that Zonai stuff you get from the sky and use on the ground and underground is to explore the underground for materials to upgrade your battery and unlock new Zonai mechanics. But since the underground is the most dangerous part of the game, the only way to explore it properly is to do the shrines on the surface and in the sky to get more hearts and stamina to be strong enough to deal with whatever's going on down here. The upgrade progression for all of the game's mechanics require the player to go back and forth between all 3 areas. Each map asks for the mastery of different mechanics while also rewarding mechanics you used in all 3 areas. It is utterly genius open world design. You're incentivized to explore everywhere and anywhere you want, all at the same time. And there is of course no dip in the quality of content in any of the areas. They just have different goals and rewards for the player, meaning the player needs to consider how they play depending on the map they're in. Even from a world building standpoint, the areas are all in sync. The rivers and waters of Hyrule create the giant impassable walls in the underground. The dewdrop points of the underground are placed in the exact same spots as the shrines on the ground. If you don't have the maps for the underground or even the regular ground, you can use the unfilled map to see where rivers are on one map so you can see where the walls are in the other. Or you can use the dewdrop points in the underground map to see the shrines you missed in Hyrule, or vice versa. And the sky lets you view the entire world from a bird's eye point of view, so you can see landmarks, shrines, towns, and other points of interest all over the world just by looking down for like 5 seconds. The story revolves around the idea of the great upheaval. Characters talk about going down into the depths to explore and going up into the sky for research. What's with the Sky Islands? Why did this one fall down? Why are there gacha machines? What's with the evil hell pits in the ground? The constant state of up and down movement is as much a part of the narrative itself as it is a part of the gameplay. I mean, I've barely done any of the story elements from what I can tell. Slight spoilers, I guess? Zelda's moving through time or something? So while Link is skydiving down and blasting upward, his girlfriend is moving through the 4th dimension? I think? I don't I don't know what's going on. Maximizing the player space in 3D with Twink and dipping into 4D movement in the story with Smelda is a really, really cool parallel, and it really adds to that feeling of a full world and full story with a full range of movement. Great job, Nintendo. That's hype AF and fantastic narrative design. Please let the story be good and not let the segment age poorly, please, I beg you. Actually, I lied. This video took way too long to make, so I have beaten the game now, and I can confirm this segment has aged like fine wine. But I won't fully elaborate because this is a spoiler-free video, so if you know, you know. Nintendo used vertical movement to sync up the game's storytelling and world perfectly. They revolutionized gaming by making the jump a staple in game design 40 years ago, and now they're revolutionizing gaming by making the entire player world and narrative symbolism vertical. Mario isn't the jump man, he's the man that... I had this moment where I was just bebopping around Hyrule Field, and I noticed the lightning dragon going down into a chasm. Naturally, I saw the chance for some sweet, easy loot, so I shot the horn of the dragon and the horn chunk fell down all the way into the depths. And it just happened to land exactly on top of this Metal Gear looking midair laser Beyblade thing built by the Yiga clan. So I had to figure out how to dodge the lasers, get on top of the Yiga clan building, and knock the horn down to finally retrieve it. Which honestly wasn't really that hard. It took like 30 seconds, but it's just a really cool little emergent gameplay moment that happened due to the vertical nature of the game's design. And my incessant need for that delicious, long, hard dragon horny. Wait, what? No, cut that from the script. Don't say that. What kind of channel do you think this is? It's little moments like this that are possible only in a vertically designed world that makes the game so special. The game even has coordinates on the mini-map to pinpoint exact locations of interest and better orient yourself as you explore. Tossing crystals into whirlpools from the sky, climbing up giant statues underground, trying to figure out how to climb diagonally through a Zora cave. You always know where you're at. So now you can send the coordinates to your friends so they can check out whatever cool little emerging gameplay adventure you had. So they too can go, yep, that sure was a 3685 by 0542 by 0272 Zora cave moment. Nintendo really wants you to use this feature for some reason, so there you go, guys. Threw you a bone for that one. From building Gundams to adventuring in Skyrule, Hyrule, and Lorule, Tears of the Kingdom is really whatever you want it to be. Traditional Zelda adventure is in the main quest, open world creativity is within the 3 playable maps, and Little Big Planet race car building is everywhere in between. Whatever you put into Tears of the Kingdom is what you get out of it. You can go anywhere you want, play however you want, and do anything you want in any order. And the amount of depth in how you handle any interaction in game is just insane. You've already seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about. Obviously, Nintendo watched that famous Love Letter to Dishonored video by TJ Lounge because an open world game finally figured it out! I called it! Vertical exploration, baby! Arthur Morgan riding up on the y-axis instead of just the x-axis. Yes! The entire game is literally a journey through peaks, valleys, villages, caves, lakes, and everything in between. Tears of the Kingdom wants you to explore a little 3D sandbox, but not on one axis like most other open world games, but on every axis. That doesn't make sense, but it sounds nice, you know what I mean. And the game gives you a limitless supply of tools to play how you want and traverse how you want. A lesson and philosophy of a holistic world design that the game industry will be studying for years to come. Tears of the Kingdom is whatever you want it to be, and the sky, literally and metaphorically, is the limit.